What if you could double or even triple your earnings by working the same hours you're working right now? It sounds great, and you would want that, isn't it? And maybe you have an idea that making those kinds of leaps in your business has to be a really long and gradual process. But it doesn't have to be that way for you. If you remain focused and make the right moves, you can increase your earning potential dramatically within the next few weeks. There are two principles to work on to earn more. One, you need to get more work done in the same amount of hours. That's where better business processes comes in. And two, you need to do the work that gives your customers more value. That's simple logic, isn't it? But today, let's discuss the second option here a bit more in depth. Hey there, I'm Tabish Bibikar, and I coach and mentor founders of software companies to build scale in their business fast. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to improve billing rates for software projects. You only have so many hours to work each day. Making the most of them means focusing on projects where clients are willing to pay higher rates. But how do you land these high rate projects? First, create a niche. Most software company founders think that the only way they can earn better rates is when they improve their technology stack to a more latest or complex one. Yes, this could be true in some cases, but in most cases, it's likely that the vast majority of your developers, specifically in smaller companies, aren't proficient in these new technology areas. So you start training key resources on new technologies without having any real projects in hand. You could also not have any experience of booking sales in this technology area. So you'll end up creating more losses than profits. Instead of eyeing the latest technologies as the first thing, I recommend that you look at leveraging the existing technologies that you are proficient in, but reposition yourself for sales first. Look to narrow down your market and create a niche for yourself by calling out and solving specific business problems for a specific set of customer segment. Quality clients do their homework. They're shopping around, taking advantage of all the information available to make sure they're choosing the best experts to help them. Creating a niche helps you become that expert without having to completely overhaul your team. If you're simply charging higher prices for work others are willing to do for less money, and this will most cases be true, these clients will overlook you. Unless you have a way to stand out from everyone else. How can you do that? A lot comes down to the approach. You already have the expertise and the unique skills. The only thing that might be standing between you and the higher paying projects is positioning your services and presenting them in a more compelling way. Choose and target customers directly yourself is the second point. Review your method of lead generation and business development. Job boards like Upwork, Fiverr, or Freelancer are always an option, and there could be some good projects here and there. But remember, there are tons of people, sometimes hundreds, applying for every single project there. With such high competition, it's hard to constantly keep competing with other service providers who are willing to undercut your prices by 50% or even more sometimes. So what else could you do to bring in new business? You can go beyond job boards and directly reach out to medium and large companies to pitch your services yourself. Once you have a clear idea about your niche and the market you want to serve, you can tailor your outreach to focus only on good fits. There's a lot less competition than on cutthroat job boards, and you don't have anything to lose other than a few minutes setting up your emails. The worst thing somebody could do is say no. I understand that not every business on your email database will be interested, But if you can just land one out of every 100, it's still totally doable with your easy to scale email outreach. Do what your competitors are unwilling to do. Reach out to successful companies directly. These clients are also people who are willing to pay higher rates without micromanaging you. 3. Structure and package your services specific to your client journey. When you're pitching services to a prospect, look carefully to the nature of their business and where exactly they are themselves on their business growth journey, and then create your service package accordingly. For example, let's say you focus on outsourced product development for other tech companies in the fintech industry. If the prospect that you are discussing with is in their early phases of product ideation or MVP creation, then it may be best that you pitch a fixed price deal for them, which includes an ideation workshop, prototype development, testing and deploying, and a clean handoff as a clubbed deal. This will create more value for you and the customer both. In the software development world, one of the biggest hot buttons is how you should frame your prices and deals. People debate hourly rates versus fixed project rates like politicians on different sides of the table, I know. Both ways have their pros and cons. If you quote hourly rates, you unintentionally limit your earning potential. Why? Because once this early stage client knows what that hourly rate is, they're much more likely to start micromanaging you to death. They'll push you to complete projects in less than you would have spent otherwise. You sacrifice quality and end up getting penalized for it, earning less money for being more efficient with your time. All of this micromanaging just makes you more stressed out, and you actually spend more time on the phone and fielding client calls and emails instead of doing what really makes you more money. Quoting a flat project lump sum fees keeps the client from interfering because they already know what they're investing financially upfront. As a startup, they have control on their budget, and it also helps you get them focused on what's more important, the value you create, instead of the time you spend creating it. This frames your service as a solution to a problem instead of a commodity client can get anywhere else. A growth stage customer is generally different than a startup phase customer. The customer organizations themselves have more processes, have specialized resources in place, more clarity on their own products, and overall higher maturity. These customers need focused attention, and pitching a dedicated billable team would be more valuable for both the customer and you. The customer will benefit from a team that is full-time available to pick up quick defect turnarounds for end clients or new feature rollouts, have access to senior and more skilled resources who know the product inside out and wouldn't mind paying a higher rate that in turn gives them so much more value. 3. Create a schedule to raise your prices. Raising your rates is something that every software business owner wants to do, but most of us are scared to do, or at the very least, we're not sure how to do it. It's natural to have questions about rate raising. Is my worth worthy for more? Will my clients flee at the sight of higher prices? Will I be able to recover if they go somewhere else? In truth, these self-doubting questions are merely assumptions. What many business owners have found is that raising your rates rarely drives good clients away. However, most of us never realize this fact simply because we never test it. If you're not sure how to start charging more, then simply set a rate you're comfortable with and plan to increase it after a specific number of clients. For example, you could decide to work with your first 8 clients at, let's say, $40 an hour. Then the next 8 clients at, let's say, $60 an hour, and the next 8 that follow at $80 an hour. Remember that as you gather more experience and build out better processes and maturity within the organization, you will be ready anyways to give more value to your customers. More the experience, more the value. If you make these incremental increases a part of your business strategy, then rate raising becomes a natural part of your business. Doubling or tripling your earnings doesn't have to be a pipe dream. It doesn't have to be years away either. You can start boosting your earnings now. Start to apply these tips that I have shared and you will earn more money from working the same hours you do now. Money you could save, use for a much needed vacation or help secure your family's future. You just need to take action. If you'd like this video, please do not forget to like and share it. Do also subscribe to our YouTube channel to see more such videos sharing tips on scaling up. Thank you for watching.